Well, the week's over again, and it's also the second to last episode for this episode for that. And I wonder what year that I'm going to be doing next. Well, we'll find out because it's Friday, it's 6 o'clock, and it's time for my History of Panto Years. It's Ben's History of Panto Years. Oh, yes, it is. Hello there, everyone. Welcome once again to my History of Panto Years with me, Ben Bryan. The question is, for me, that you all know, what year I'm going to be doing next? Well, I wonder if we can look at last year's Panto, 2019 to 2020. So I think that's what might be a good idea for that. So, right, if we're ready, let's get on with it. Okay, here's the first one that I got it already. So yeah, first up we have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the fairest panto in all the land, at the Bradford Theatre in Alhambra. So let's see, we have Billy Pearce. I think you might remember him for that. I don't know for that. And Faye Tozer from Steps. I think she's the Wicked Queen. And we have the one Chuckle brother, Paul Chuckle, without Barry for that. But last year he's doing for the first time on its own without Barry back in 2018 for that. So yeah, he's still doing pantos for that, but yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Next up, we have Sleeping Beauty at the Swindon Wyvern Theatre. So let's see, we have Michelle Collins over there, and then we have the CBBC legend Chris Jarvis. Yay! Yeah, I wish I could do that one, but I already have my local theatre for that. But yeah, Chris is also a director as well. Wow, I think he's directing like a lot of pantomimes for those years by for that. So yeah, right. Moving on now to Cinderella at the Lighthouse Theatre in Kettering. So let's see, we have. Who remembers Ed Petrie from CBBC, guys? Yeah, he's still on CBBC for Marrying Mum and Dad and all over the place. So yeah, good on them. Right, next up, we have Aladdin at the Alhambra Theatre in Dunfermline. So let's see. We have, Joshua Haynes and Danielle Jam from the current CBB show Molly and Mac, which I think Harry says that that shows are quite interesting for that, but I think that's what he said about that probably. Next up, let's see, we got Peter Pan at the Royal Hippodrome Theatre in Eastbourne, and then we have Luke Roberts from High Five. So he's Peter Pan for that. And do you remember I showed this poster when I was back in Eastbourne 2019? Yeah, I think you did for that. So that's brilliant. Next up, we have Cinderella at Weston-super-Mare Playhouse. I think that's what the other theatre was. Let's see. It's Amy Thompson. From Channel 5's Milkshake, and one of Harry's crushes. So yeah, I think she's playing Cinderella for that, but yeah, that's what it was. Right, moving on now to Aladdin at the Gracie Fields Theatre in Rochdale. So with Brian Capron from Corey and Dave Benson Phillips. Yep, children's TV legend, as it says. He is the genie of the lamp. Yeah. He's good. He's good at playing genie for that. Yeah. Right. Next one is we got two theaters that I know in London for that. So the first one is Cinderella at New Wimbledon. So let's see, we have Samantha Womack, and we have Leslie Garrett, an opera singer. That's her Panto debut for that. So she's playing Fairy Godmother. And who remembers Pete Furman from CBBC, hey guys? Yeah, so he's also a magician as well for that. So yeah, that's what it was there. And the second one is Goldilocks and the Three Bears at the London Palladium. So let's see. Ooh, crikey, we have a lot of stars during the Panto. So let's see. We have Paul O'Grady, Julian Clary, Matt Baker from Blue Peter, Paul Zerdin, Nigel Havers, and Gary Wilmot. Wow. We have a load of stars there during the Panto for that. Wow. Amazing. Next up, we have Cinderella at the Fairfield Halls in Croydon. So let's see who we got. Oh, we got some 3 stars there. So we have Aurea Duba from Newsround, who turned into a TV presenter, who's Dan Deeney. And we have High Five's Kat Sandian, and CBeebies also. She's a fairy godmother. And we have comedian Tim Vine. He is Buttons for that. Yeah. Brilliant on those 3, eh, guys? Right, moving on now. And it's Pinocchio at Pavilion Theatre in Glasgow. So let's see. We have James Mackenzie, aka Raven. So he's playing the baddie, Stromboli. Right, moving on now. And it's Aladdin at the King's Theatre in Portsmouth. So, let's see. We have Shane Lynch from Boyzone. Yeah, everyone knows Boyzone for that. So and then we have Lucy Kane from The Voice. And then Mike Gobble, who says children's presenter. But the question is, what show does Michael Gobble in? Just, I don't know for that. Just let me know in the comments for that. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below that Michael Gobble does for that. Next up, we have Sleeping Beauty at Alban Arena in St. Albans. So let's see. We have Ian Kirkby from CBBC for that, and also Andy Day from CBeebies. Yeah, so that's what looks like. I think he's a jester. I think it was. I don't know for that because it's Snow White for that. I don't know what he's playing for that. Right. Next one is Cinderella at the Hexagon Theatre in Reading. So let's see. We have Justin Fletcher. He's playing Buttons for that. And also, I went to see Cinderella at the Hexagon Theatre in Reading for that. Yeah, with Justin Fletcher for that. But he's great for that. Yeah. Brilliant. Good on him. Next up, we have Aladdin at the Churchill Theatre in Bromley. So, we have Big Ends, the one and only Panto Dame Legends. Yep. So, he's playing Widow Twanky for that. Yep. Always playing the Dame. Next up, we have Cinderella at Royal and Dungate Theatre in Northampton. So, we have Anita Thompson in the middle. And we have Bernie Clifton from Crackerjack. And also, Sid Sloan. Yes. Yes, from CBeebies for that. But, look at his hair for that. I think it's changed to, like, short for that. Like, a bit like when he's started doing CBeebies for that back in 2002 for that. But, yeah. Moving on now to Robin Hood at the New Theatre Royal in Lincoln. So we have Zoe Hedge from The Voice, and we have Chris Johnson from CBBC, and then Barney Harwood, Prank Patrol and Blue Peter star. He's Robin Hood for that. And there was one person who's wanted to appear in Robin Hood Panto, and that's Melinda Messenger. She had to pull out of a production due to family reasons. So that's what Melinda Messenger was about to drop out for that. So, yeah, hope she'll be back. Right, next up, we have Jack and the Beanstalk at the Beacon Arts Theatre in Greenock. So let's see, we have Jane McCarry over there. If you didn't recognise her, I know. I'll tell you. She played Granny Murray from CBBC's Me Too. So that's what she looks like for that. But, yeah, but she's in Still Game right now for that. Right, next up, we have Mother Goose at the Marlow Theatre in Canterbury. So we have Dr. Range from This Morning and CBeebies. This is also Dr. Range's Panto debut last year. Right, moving on now to Aladdin at the Anvil Theatre in Basingstoke. So let's see. We have Chris Peasy from the Basil Brush Show as Wishy Washy. And we have from Holby City and Emmerdale, I think it is. Yeah. And former narrator of Thomas and Friends, Mark Morahan. He's Abanazar. And we have one half of Sam and Mark's Mark Rhodes as Aladdin. And this other half, Sam Nixon, who's doing the other theatre somewhere in Panto. This is his debut. It's called Jack and the Beanstalk at the Theatre Royal Wakeford. That's where he was. Right, next up, we have Cinderella at the Bridlington Spa. So we have John Lyons from A Touch of Frost. And then we have Frenchie, Diddy Con over here, movie legend over here. And she's also Stacey Jones from Shining Time Station, guys. And so she's playing the fairy godmother. Yeah. So this is also her Panto debut as well. Next up, we have Sleeping Beauty at the Middlesbrough Theatre. So let's see. We have Anne Hecate, the governess from The Chase. So yeah, she's the baddie, guys. So I think that's the only chaser during the Panto this year. Well, not this year, but last year. So that's what it was. And finally, we got Aladdin at the Theatre Royal Windsor. So let's see who we got. We got Kevin Cruz from Britain's Got Talent. And we have that Fox legend Basil Brush. Yes. But there is one person who just wanted to appear in this Panto. And that's Anita Harris. Who's she decided to pull out of last year's Panto. She has commitments in the musical Cabaret, the musical for that. So she's replaced by Marty Webb. I think that's what she was. Well, unfortunately, we have run out of time, I'm afraid, folks. So just to remind you, if you want to see more Panto posters from last year, it's on the Panto Archive website. So today is the second to last episode, but next week will be the grand finale, the last episode. And but the question is, what am I going to be doing next, I wonder? Well, it's not telling you until next week. Bye.